Kiss FM. Dance Music Australia.
You gotta have a cup of tea.
More people drink it than all other teas combined.
Thanks to its fresh brewed flavor.
Now, the trick to making a truly perfect cup of tea.
You're honestly the first person to ever give me a cup of tea.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, and all the folk in between. Welcome to another Welshy's Morning Tea for your Wednesday morning. My name is Dan Welsh, also known as Welshy. And each Wednesday morning, I take you through my latest and greatest favourites in everything from house to tech to disco to funk. As long as it's got groove, as long as it's got soul, you will find it right here on Welshy's Morning Tea. And I've got a very exciting day coming up because I've got an interview and a guest mix with BROWNBEAR. If you've not seen him play before, he's an absolute king of all things deep and funky, and I can't wait to see what he's brought in store for us today. For the meantime, I've got a couple of brand new tunes to kick us off. This one here is Ammo Avenue. It's called Little Girl. You're on Welshy's Morning Tea on Kiss FM.
Beauty that lies I know it can be hard, but you're a queen. And it's all yours if you just believe. So don't let them pull you down. And never ever wear a frown. 'Cause baby, you deserve a crown. And one day it will be found. Little girl, don't go too far now. It's time to turn your life around. Little girl, don't go too far now. Little girl, it's time to turn your life around. promiscuous. I ain't promiscuous.
Nothing in this world can stop us now. We're moving on. Leave your problem behind and take my hand and come go with me. Can you feel the love that is growing, growing in our hearts? Come go with me to paradise. 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 Come go with me. Come go with me to paradise. Come go with me. Come go with me to paradise. Come go with me. Singing from the sheep, love is on our tongues. Nothing brings us down. You for me and I for you, that's the way it's gonna be. Come go with me to paradise. Come go with me. Come go with me to paradise. Come go with me. Come go with me to paradise. Come go with me. Come go with me to paradise. Come go with me.
Welcome back to Welshy's Morning Tea. That right there is Rossi and Insight. A track of theirs called Paradise. All-time favourite of mine, as you'd know if you're a fan of the show. Before that, I Ain't Promiscuous, song by Ashiba. That's the Corbiko remix on that one. Heather Small, featuring Lyle Hammond, had a new one called United Together. And that's the Mr. G and Duncan Forbes remix. Super groovy stuff. Chus and Chabelas and Dario Diatis had Heart of Glitter. A new one from Ammo Avenue called Little Girl. Really, really nice, funky one on there. And at the top, as per usual, Eli Escobar's Visions to kick off another Welshy's Morning Tea. I hope you're enjoying this show as much as I am this morning. And make sure you stick around, because right after this break, I'm going to be sitting down having a chat with Brown Bear, fantastic local DJ. Really, real funk meister. And he's going to put down an awesome guest mix for us this morning. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Keep it locked right here on KISS for Welshy's Morning Tea.
Enjoy stunning Melbourne views at Sky High Mount Dandenong's new a la carte restaurant with a new head chef and a new menu. Open Thursday to Sunday nights from 5:30pm. Exciting flavours, beautiful setting, romantic dinners. Check skyhighmtdandenong.com.au for details and full menu.
Have you heard the news? Happy Radio Show has a new time slot, 4:30pm Sunday. So get your fix of 6 hours of soul, disco, funk and boogie with all your favourite Sunday shows. Soul Selection, Danceteria, Roll Bounce Radio and now Happy Radio Show. Because everybody in the world knows KISS is hot.
KissFM.com.au. Dance Music Australia.
And on KISS FM right now, you're tuned into Welshy's Morning Tea with me, Dan Welsh, also known as Welshy. If you've never joined us before, every single Wednesday I take you through my latest and greatest favourites in house, tech, funk, disco, as long as it's got groove, as long as it's got soul. You will find it right here on Welshy's Morning Tea. And for today, I've got a very, very special day coming up. We've got Brown Bear sitting across from me in the studio, and he's going to have a little chat and put together a guest mix. Mate, it's so good to see you. How you doing?
Morning, Welshy. Thanks for having me, bro. Yeah, I'm good.
Good. It's good to have you in here. You've never graced the tea room before.
Not the new one, no. It's looking pretty funky in here.
Yeah, we've got the studio set up real nice. If you want to see the studio, by the way, you can always do that at the Facebook live streams, which a lot of us are doing at the moment. Just trying to bring the vibes as much as we can. And speaking of vibes, for people who have not heard of you and what your vibes are, how do you sort of sum up what Brown Bear is, who Brown Bear is?
I'm pretty similar to you, Welshy. Anything with groove, I'm pretty attracted to, whether it be slower music or the dance music.
Yeah.
If it's got a groovy bass line, and being a drummer, if it's got some kit, I'm usually pretty interested in it.
Nice.
But in terms of the music that I collect and play, it kind of varies. I like to dip my toes in all kinds of music.
Yeah, cool.
Going from like maybe some of my yoga stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the people who know Brown Bear will probably know me from the Doof, the festival circuit and arena.
Yep.
But I like to play a bit of everything.
Cool. Awesome. And does that come from a bit of a drumming background? I didn't know you were a drummer.
Yeah. I played kid since I was about 8 years old.
Oh, awesome.
I actually moved to Australia to play drums and walked into a nightclub and fell in love with house music, and that was all she wrote.
Oh, cool. And when was that?
Going on 8 years now.
Wow.
I was bartending at the first Pawn & Co.
Oh, yes.
Which was notorious for its late night house music.
Yeah.
And I kind of, I never looked back at the band thing, and bought a little controller and started practicing in the bedroom.
And the rest is history.
Pretty much.
And so people will catch the twang in your voice, but just to make it obvious, where did you move from?
I'm Kiwi. I moved from the small green south.
Lovely.
Land of the long white cloud. But I haven't been home in a long while, and I really do consider Australia and Melbourne's my home now.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
You're one of us.
Yeah, but the twang is still there for sure.
It sure is. And so what sort of brought you into the sound that you're playing now? Once you started going out and, seeing people playing house music, what sort of brought you what you now consider as your core sound?
I think a couple of things in particular. I was gifted my very first Rainbow Serpent ticket.
Oh, beautiful.
I think it was my second year in Australia, and that really opened my ears and my brain up to certain sounds that I just never knew existed, and kind of started the fire that is trying to find music that other people have never heard before.
Yeah, cool.
And then getting to share it with them. So I think Rainbow, first and foremost, was that big moment for me.
Yeah.
But also a small bar on Chapel Street called Killing Time.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Very similar. I ended up at one of the very first breakfast club parties held there on a Monday from I think it was 8 o'clock in the morning, straight from Circus.
Yep.
And similar vibes, just really amazing music that I didn't expect to hear. And I think those two things, those experiences really contribute to my sound.
Yeah, awesome.
More than anything.
Fantastic. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to keep having a little chat with Brown Bear all the way through till 10 o'clock when he's going to put on a fantastic guest mix for us, which I'm very, very excited for. We're going to find out more about that in just a second. But right now, this is a new one from Donald, Lester, and Joey Coco. It's called Ascending, and it's featuring Mona on the vocal. Joey Coco, of course, friend of the show, who's been through before. Super, super fun. You're a fan of Joey.
Awesome track. Yeah, fan of Joey, fan of the track.
Yeah, it's a good new one.
Yeah.
Fresh, hot off the press, only came out last week or the week before, and this one is super, super fun. It's called Ascending. You're on Welshy's Morning Tea on KISS.
Yeah, hey yo, the sun ain't gon' shine forever, so we might as well hit. We might as well shine and get up, grind and cover. Never switch the flow out, it's on now. Screaming out loud through the bass and the sound ounce. How you coming to me like I'm the test? Nevertheless, what goes up ain't going down yet. Fresh to death won't set up the less. Untouchable, I'm feeling like I'm alien-ness. Pretty ascension, hold up, my dimension. Kicking the rhythm with the love for your session. One of the best in rest, gon' divest it. Size up and the flow make your head spin. Oh, he gonna done it. No time for trouble, we connected on the numbers. Stay stacking the numbers. Making people move from the city to the suburbs. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, hey yo, the sun ain't gon' shine forever, so we might as well hit. We might as well shine and get up, prime the cover. Never switch the flow out, it's on now. Screaming out loud through the bass and the sound ounce. How you coming to me like I'm the test? Nevertheless, what goes up ain't going down yet. Fresh to death won't set up the less. Untouchable, I'm feeling like I'm alien-ness. Pretty ascension, hold up, my dimension. Kicking the rhythm with the love for your session. One of the best in rest, gon' divest it. Size up and the flow make your head spin. Oh, he gonna done it. No time for trouble, we connected on the numbers. Stay stacking the numbers. Making people move from the city to the suburbs.
That right there is Joey Coco and Donald Lester out on Nervous Records. Very recently, a track called Ascending, featuring Mona on the vocal, and it's super, super fun. I just can't get enough of that one. Are you a fan of that tune?
Huge fan. Such a
Super.
groover, Joey. Well done.
Super, super
And
fun
company.
stuff. Do you work on much music yourself?
I do whenever I can. DJ being my job, it can be a struggle sometimes. Come Monday or Tuesday to get up and bury yourself into music, but I really am making a conscious effort to try and write more music.
Yeah.
Because it is just as strong of a passion as me as playing.
Yeah, of course.
Or listening. I'm actually working on a new EP at the moment.
Awesome.
Not writing for anyone or for anything in particular, but I'm just gonna work on completing a full body of music.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how do you sort of come about? Does your time playing in bands and stuff influence that pretty heavily?
Hugely, I think. I almost always start a song with the drums.
Yeah, of course.
Which, it's like it's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
And I'm actually trying to move away from that because I find myself writing 50 drum grooves and never finishing a track off. So I'm actually trying to move away from that and start with the melody and then being able to just come in and wipe a track and be finished in a couple of days, as opposed to doing all the easy stuff first, or the stuff that's familiar, and then spending a week not really doing anything with the melodies or the other parts.
Yeah.
But as it really comes in waves of inspiration for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a really big inspiration. I can't just knuckle out a song when I want to or need to.
You got to wait until the moment hits you.
It really comes in in waves of inspiration.
And when you can find the time as well, you're a pretty hard-working DJ. You're out there quite a bit over every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the lifestyle that you just froth? You love it?
I do. I really do. I don't sleep much anyways. I've always had problems sleeping, so I think that was kind of how I lent into pouring drinks in the first place. Was if I'm gonna be up all night, I might as well be
making money and
making money out and meeting people and having a boogie.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm not too fussed on the late nights and all that and all those antics, but it's more the brain power of playing 15 to 20 hours of tunes a week.
Yeah,
it's it is a lot of music, and being around that energy for that amount of time can be very, very draining.
Yeah.
But it's a very double-edged sword. That's like the perk of the job as well, man.
Exactly.
It's what I look for. It's what I get out of bed on a Friday. I'm like, here we go. Here's some fun times and some good tunes.
Well, it reflects in your sets, and for anyone who knows you, it reflects in your personality as well. There's always a hugely positive vibe that comes out every time you jump on the decks.
Thanks, buddy.
And speaking of playing, what's some of the favourite gigs you've done to date? Is there any super memorable moments?
That's a hardie. I was lucky enough to call Revolver home for a couple of years.
Ah, yes.
When Luke Vecchio was running.
Oh, yes.
I Love Thursdays. Robbie runs it now.
Yep.
He's continuing on the legacy, but I actually got to call it home for a couple of years. And I think a handful of those favorite gigs would be in the cage with those boys
on those Thursdays.
But other than that, it'll be all the special little doofs I've gotten to play. I'm lucky enough to be part of Pelican Villa.
Oh yes, of course.
A local doof crew.
Yep.
Also Melbourne Dance Music Academy.
Yep.
So there's always an outlet for a special party every few months for me if I'm lucky.
Yeah, cool.
So to put one name on any of them would probably be too hard.
Yeah. To pick something.
But it would be one of the smaller, I think.
Yeah.
Bush gatherings.
Yeah.
I was actually really lucky to play Yamanda Gathering.
Ah, yes. Yep.
A couple months ago. And to be honest, that would have to make the top 5 just in terms of sheer vibe.
Yeah.
And the site was hands down the craziest site I've got to party or doof and boogie on.
Just a gorgeous part of the world.
So beautiful. And
nice.
there was a river running through the main stage.
Oh, wow.
Not 10 foot from the function stack. So you could swim to your DJs and
cool.
And super wholesome vibes.
Yeah, nice. You often find that those smaller, more intimate when the crews put together really spent the time building the right atmosphere. It doesn't matter how many people are dancing.
Honestly,
you can have the best gig of your life to 20 people if the vibe is right.
100%, man. Yep. And on day 3, they fed the whole festival.
Oh, fantastic!
Just cut the music and wheeled out, a 500, 600 people's worth of food and said, "Hey guys, here's a small gift, and everyone be safe and have something to eat before we boogie the last day away."
That's what it's all about.
So just stuff like that really makes a party for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just knowing that the people who are booking me or who are throwing the party for the people that I'm with really care about us.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Now you're going to do a little guest mix for us today from 10 o'clock onwards. I'm sure everyone is excited as me to hear what you were going to put down. But you mentioned to me earlier that it might not be exactly the usual kind of vibe that people would expect from your average Brown Bear set.
No, quite the opposite. I went about putting the music for this set, excuse me, a little bit differently, just purely because it's 9:30.
Yeah.
You know, it is breakfast time. I am on Welshy's morning tea.
Yeah.
I almost bought a thermos a cuppa, but I was running a bit late. But you know, I wanted to really set a breakfasty wake up vibe. So
Awesome.
all the music that I brought along today, I would quite often put on when I wake up in the morning, or a part of my breakfast playlists.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Not so much beat driven. I think there'll be a lot more rhythm and key matching, and kind of just creating a nice morning atmosphere as opposed to building a mix. You know, like
awesome.
I usually do.
Cool. And if people enjoy the set today, which I'm sure they absolutely will, where can they find you? And so what's next? What's next for the rest of the year for Brown Bear?
Well, just getting settled back into full-time work, really.
Yeah.
And the reopening of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Apart from my weeklies, I'm playing. I started a new residency at Carlton Club.
Oh, yes, cool.
Which is, again, different kind of music, a little bit more clubby.
Yeah.
Some nights R&B, hip-hop, some old party tunes.
Yeah, okay, yep.
But really, wintertime for me is knuckling down with those residencies and hibernation mode. This is my time to start writing music.
Yeah, nice.
And hopefully some of the small winter doofs start popping up.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You'll be able to find me there.
Yeah, beautiful. And come summer, there might even be a couple of fresh tunes coming out of the oven that you can whip out at the proper doofs out in the sunshine.
Yeah, hopefully.
Beautiful.
I got my fingers and toes crossed.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the chat with Brown Bear, you can always find him on his Facebook and his SoundCloud, just Brown Bear, all over the socials and all that sort of good stuff. And make sure you keep it locked, because after 10 o'clock, we are going to be jumping into this guest mix, whether you are on the app, on the website, in the car, or joining us via Facebook Live. Make sure you keep tuned in to Welshy's Morning Tea, because this guest mix is going to be all sorts of fun. We've got another tune to drop right now. This one is Catch Me. It's a rework of a tune that was released last year by Bella Unwin. She was a Melbourne-born but UK-based producer. It's a really nice electro synthy driven vibe, and I'm sure you're going to have as much fun with it as I am. Make sure you keep it locked on Welshy's Morning Tea. Brown Bear, thanks so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Do you know? Do you know? Do you know who you are? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know who you are? And do what you want, whatever. And do what you want, whatever. And do what you want, whatever. And do what you want for yourself in your life, whatever. And do what you want, whatever. And do what you want, whatever. And do what you want for yourself in your life, whatever. And do what you want, whatever. And do what you want, whatever. And do what you want